all that good fun stuff. All right, looks like we're on. If you're just joining us, we haven't started the show yet. Show's RPGrinders. No Breakman today, but Eric is here, and we got tons of news to get through, which we will try to fly through. Bunch of interesting stuff. I mean, the government shutdown's one. Terrible, but definitely interesting. And then for something fun and lighthearted, we're going to be talking about Bigfoot. Is Bigfoot real? That's going to be a fun topic to talk about later. You guys can probably guess where we stand on that. And I'll tell you an interesting story I think I told on Grinders years ago that I will reiterate today. Kind of a funny, quirky little story regarding Bigfoot and aliens and stuff like that. And that's about it. I think we're going to have a pretty good show today. Lots of news to talk about. Like I said, we'll try to fly through that so we can get to some of the funner parts of the show. Mostly just announcements. Yo, Wyland's in chat. What's up, Wyland? Nice to see you in there. Haven't started the show yet, but glad you could join us. Mortal Kombat stuff. There's a little bit of news coming out about Mortal Kombat that you'd probably are interested in. It's pretty cool stuff. I just hope they have good DLC characters. That's what I'm hoping with. Last time out, they hit it out of the park with the 4 characters that they had. Jason and Leatherface and Predator and Alien. I thought that was really, really a good lineup of DLC characters. Hopefully this time maybe Michael Myers, maybe Pennywise, maybe Pinhead. That'd be cool. But why don't they just do, speaking of Mortal Kombat, why don't they just do a all horror themed Mortal Kombat game? You know, they really should. They can. I mean, they've proven they can get the licenses from these things. So, taking a break from your Raspberry Pi tinkering. Are you putting one in the Nintendo Wyland, or what? What are you doing with that? That thing is pretty awesome, by the way. Yeah, the Raspberry Pi is really cool. Dig that thing.
Isn't that basically just what an NES Classic is?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, it's different than the Raspberry Pi, but I've seen people put the Raspberry in varying system like the PlayStation, and I mean anything's better than what the PlayStation's got inside of it. So all right, Eric, are you set to go, my friend?
Yeah.
Looks like Skinny Seahorse is in there. I don't see your name popping up on the list there, Wyland, but glad you chimed in because I can see see you in there. Gonna add it to the MK Arcade one up when it comes out. Oh, that's cool.
What's that?
It's like, what do they call it? Like arcade thing that they're selling with different games and stuff. It's pretty cool. Look, Slagar's in there. What up, Slagar? Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. We're just about ready to get started here. Eric, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let me hit record, pull this guy over here, and we'll be good to go. All right, here we go. And welcome everybody to episode 522 of RPGrinders. I am your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohort, Eric the Great. Breakman the Bold is on assignment this week. He's said that he's not feeling so hot still. He said he sounds like shit, which I should have told him he sounded like shit every week, but I missed that opportunity. But Eric, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, I guess.
All right, you guess, yeah. I mean,
I had to work over yesterday.
Oh, man, that sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. It's snowing here. I don't know how the weather is there, but this is the first snow we've had in quite a while. It's icky. But anyways, Wyland's in chat. He's talking about his Mortal Kombat arcade setup that he's got on the well, he's working on his Raspberry, which is cool. That's cool, man. All right, let's do this, Eric. RPG news. All right, RPG news, Eric. Let's get started.
Okay, we've got from RPG site Final Fantasy X and X-2 collection and Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age for Nintendo Switch. Xbox have a date for April. 10 and X-2 are coming out on April 16th, while Zodiac Age comes out on April 30th.
What's the price on these, Eric? Full price? $49.59?
Like, I think they're like 50.
Ah, damn it, man. Why can't they just do some, like...
It's just Square.
I know, it's Square.
That's Square.
That's Square for sure.
Although, man, if you go to certain web pages, you can get it for... Well, Amazon has been selling it for a marked discount, but you can discount it additionally a little bit more by using a coupon code.
Yeah, I don't want to pay...
But it's only for 12. That's not for 10 and 10-2, at least not yet.
Yeah, I already got 10 and 10-2 on the PS4. I have no need for it on the Switch.
I'll probably get it on the Switch, but like maybe when it's on sale, because I've already got it on PS4 and PC. So
yeah, I've like I said, I had it on the PS2. I've had so many iterations of this game. Like I don't need it anymore. But one I'm really interested in is Final Fantasy 12. I never got into Final Fantasy 12. I know it's a good game, and I want to play it, but I don't know if the Switch is the way to go. I'll wait till there's a sale somewhere and grab it. Maybe the Switch, but whatevs. Let's move on to more Final Fantasy news from Siliconera. Final Fantasy 15 episode Arden prologue will launch in February 2019, and there's a nifty little trailer here. So yeah, what do you think of that, Eric? Some more DLC for Final Fantasy 15.
The last DLC.
Yeah, the final DLC, because they were supposed to have like what, 3 more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Square decided, no, we're not doing it anymore because Square is dumb and doesn't know what the fuck it's doing.
Well, either that or they could see the writing on the wall that maybe 15 had kind of overstayed its welcome. I don't know. I don't know the numbers on it. They know more than we know, Eric, as far as those things go. I just think it's a shame because as far as I know, it's got a big base. 15's gotten bigger and bigger. So whatevs. You know, it's no big deal to me. Slager says, I fell off the Final Fantasy bus after whichever one had cloud and never got back on.
I think Square doesn't know what the fuck it's doing because the CEO said that streaming is the future of gaming. And no, not really.
Well, possibly, but not yet. Yeah,
maybe like 20 years later, but like not no.
Yeah. Slager,
maybe in Japan too, where the infrastructure for such a thing works better.
Yeah, yeah. Slager, I would recommend getting 10. 10 is good. It's much better than 7 ever was.
People say it's overrated, and it is, but like I don't see too many people saying it's overrated. It's just temper your expectations and you won't be disappointed. 10
is not bad at all. 10, 12 is pretty good.
And that's some people didn't like 10.
Hated 13. I did not like 13. 13.2 was a better game. 14 wasn't 14.
If you know the story, it's a better game.
Yeah. 14.
If you know the story in most latter day Final Fantasies, it's a better game.
Yeah. 14 was the online one, I believe, right? And then 15 obviously is the online one. But no, 15 is not the online one. 15 is the newer one, and it's fine. I have it. I mean, Slager, you wouldn't do yourself a disservice by playing 10. 10 is good if you can get past the wacky voice acting.
And you don't mind playing completely turn-based combat system.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. I mean it's fun. 10 is a fun game, and remastered it looks pretty good. I mean it doesn't hold up to today's stuff, but whatevs. All right, Eric, next story, please.
The next story is about how Langresser Mobile has been dated for January 22nd for the West, and it'll be available on both iOS and Android via Google Play.
Yeah, that's exciting. Let's see. There's some chatters in there. Commander Root's in there. Feel the Bernie's in there.
Well, this game isn't filling me with excitement though because it does not look good.
Yeah. Wyland's in there, Skinny Seahorse in there, and Slagar's in there. As of right now, I'm sure there'll be others a little bit later. Wyland says MK11 reveal event in 6 days, by the way. Yeah, I figured it was coming up. I had heard there was some info on that. Starts right when I leave work. Oh, that sucks, man. Shit, that really sucks. You won't be able to see. I mean, you probably see it at work, like on your phone or whatever. But, yeah, this game languishes here. Not looking forward to it, Eric. Yeah. All right, maybe we'll look forward to this. This comes to us from RPG site. Momodora, Reverie Under the Moonlight, launches for Nintendo Switch eShop on January 10th.
Which was yesterday.
Which was yesterday, yeah. So it's already out for $14.99. That's not a bad price.
This is about the same price that it launched on the PC for.
Yo, Break is in chat. Break.
So Break can't talk, but he can type.
Well, he said he sounded like shit, man. So, you know, what can you do? Let's see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Break wants to get on. We'll see. I don't know.
I have not had a chance to watch the new Mega Man Fully Charged episode, so I can't talk about them.
Yeah. All right.
I say new because, like, not really, because it's been on Canadian airwaves earlier, but the Cartoon Network decided to put the shows on the channel circulation again.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Momodora, Eric?
Yeah, it's a fun Castlevania Symphony of Night tribute.
Looks good.
Game.
It looks good. It looks good. So you had a chance to play it then, right?
I mean, look at its name.
Yeah.
Reverie Under the Moonlight.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. I like that deal. Wyland says Resident Evil 2 demo, which just came out today as well. Timer reset and remove through file manipulation.
I think it's dumb Capcom made a timed demo.
I agree. Why is it timed, and why can't you keep it? Like, there were like 3 things coming out this week that were kind of like, one of them I could understand because it was kind of an alpha.
You can install it, but like the minute you start it, you pretty much have to play it until you can't play it anymore.
Yeah, and that's bullshit, man. I don't know. But somebody looks like they found a way around it, so I'd be curious because I want to know.
I'm playing the demo on the PC just to see if my PC can handle that game.
Let's
So at the very least, it's gonna be a stress test for my graphics card.
Yeah. Let's get Break in here, see how he's sounding. Said he feels a little bit better. Break, are you there? Breakman, are you there?
How do I sound? Oh man, I forgot I turned the volume down last week because I couldn't handle it. Let me I gotta turn it up. I can't hear anybody.
Yeah, that's okay. Let me know when you're ready, bud.
No, I'm ready. I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna say that the time demo available on all platforms is better than an exclusive to a certain platform demo.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Devil May Cry 5, cough cough.
Break, you do sound kind of scratchy, man. Are you on your headset or are you on your like?
No, I'm on my headset.
Because it doesn't sound like you're on your headset. It sounds like you're on your like computer microphone or whatever. But anyways.
All right, I moved the mic closer. Is that better?
Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, you sound even more terrible now. Which I didn't think was possible. No, that's good. We're just getting into the news. Break.
You heard me earlier. My voice was going in and out.
Yeah. What about?
That's why I didn't. I was like, I don't think I can do the show.
Yeah, I know you were.
I couldn't even hear myself at one point.
Yeah. Looks like Freak 5 just joined chat. What's up, Freak 5? We're in the news. Breakman, what do you think of the good evening? You sound very Hitchcockian when you say that. Break.
Good evening.
Resident Evil 2 demo, 30 minutes, man. That's all you get.
It's like Ni no Kuni.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No, it's worse than Ni no Kuni because once the timer's down, you can't play it again.
Yeah.
Didn't Dragon Quest VIII have like an hour demo?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, it did.
I don't remember having a timer though. I remember it just lasting about an hour.
Yeah, Freak 5's driving home from work. Don't let us let you get in an accident, man. Get home safe and.
Maybe it did have a timer, but like yeah, that was more than enough for the little slice of gameplay the game gave you.
Yeah, yeah. Half an hour for the Resident Evil 2 remake sounds fair, but only if you could keep it. You know what I mean? Like if you played it for a little bit and then left, and I mean that's all you get. You get a half. Like once you start it.
So what? Like, do you only get like 5 minutes of actual gameplay, and you just play for 30 minutes? Because like apparently you'll get rewards if you beat the mission like several times, which apparently carries over to the main game.
I don't know. I could not tell you, man. That I would not know. But Breakman, we're not going to make you do the news since your voice is all crappy, man. Eric, can you do the next story, please?
Yeah. Let's see. We did. Okay. Dark Devotion is a game that's coming out for PC, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch. Publisher, the Arcade Crew. Developer, Hibernian Workshop, announced today that the indie side-scroller RPG Dark Devotion is set to release on said platforms, and it had a successful Kickstarter campaign in 2017, and it's a pixel art RPG with a focus on brutal boss encounters. So 2D Dark Souls?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I was gonna say it's a Dark Souls.
It's called Dark Devotion. It's like, I wonder where they got that from.
Exactly. No, it looks good though. I wouldn't mind playing something like this, though. I think Wyland would be totally into this game. Dark Souls 2D side-scrolling deal. Yeah. Much in the vein of something like Dark Sanctuary, or what is that? Salt and Sanctuary, and you know, stuff like that. So I'm down. I'm totally down. Yeah. Let's see. Wyland says yes, he'd be into that. So yeah. All right, let's go on to the next story from RPG site. Fairy Fencer F Advent Dark Force launches for Nintendo Switch eShop on January 17th. So it'd be priced with a 20% discount off the $39.99 price for the first 2 weeks of launch. And that's the story. So there you go. What's up with the dark in the title of games lately? I think people are still on the Dark Souls train pretty much, Eric. But
there is a Dark Lord demon thing that you can awaken, and I guess that's an ending in the game.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Eric, next story, please.
Next story is how Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is coming to the Switch on April 23rd.
Yeah.
And it'll be sold for $30, which makes it sound like it might be digital only, but it doesn't say. So maybe it's getting a retail release.
Interesting. I never played Dragon's Dogma. I've always seen it on sale on the PS4.
But I think they're pricing it that because the game's kind of old at this point, even with Dark Arisen.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good to me. I mean, I'd play it. Do you have a Dark Arisen Dragon's Dogma break? Yeah, they have it on the Xbox. I heard it's a pretty decent Souls-like game, but you know, a little different. But I don't know, it looks good.
Yeah, I haven't felt the need to punish myself yet.
Exactly, dude. That's what the Dark Souls.
I thought it was more like a Monster Hunter, but with like medieval stuff.
Possibly. I don't. Like I said, I'd never played it. It looks more like a Dark Souls-y. Maybe it's like a hybrid of the two. You know, something like that. All right, let's move on to the next story from RPG site. Atlas to release 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim Prologue. Jesus Christ, say that 5 times fast. In Japan on March 14th. I was rating for some sort of sexual remark from Breakman, but apparently I didn't get that.
What, like 13 inches? Is that what you were thinking?
No, I said like you know, Aegis rim job, you know, something like that. It'll be sold on 14th, both in digital and physical bundles. Digital version, which will be available on the PlayStation stores, roughly $10. Comes with 2 original PS4 themes and a set of avatars. A physical bundle priced at $29.99. See, why that's how it should be. Like, if you want a physical copy, then you need to pay for it. You know what I mean? And if you want a digital copy, it should come at a big discount. I don't know, man. Just that shit just pisses me off. But anyways, there's some screenshots there. It looks okay. I haven't heard anything about this game, Erica. It's a side scroller.
I think it's kind of dumb that the game won't let you save your progress after finishing all the 13 prologues for the full game. But there better be an option for the main game where the game just lets you skip the prologues.
Yeah. Freak Five's griefing Break. He says Mrs. Breakman should read the stories for Break. She probably will pronounce everything correctly. Well, we've had Mrs. Breakman on, and she's done a fine job, even with the Japanese names. I'll have you know. So yeah, that's not a surprise.
But I'm entirely certain that when this game gets brought to the West, they'll drop the Vita version.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most certainly. Yeah, most certainly. All right. Next story comes.
What's a Vita?
Yeah, exactly. Next story.
Wait, they already canceled the Vita version. Never mind.
Yeah, well, that's not surprising at all.
I don't know why this still lists as a Visa game.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ, Freak 5, you're exiled, you son of a bitch. Wyland says, should I add MK3 and MK4 to my pie, even though I have UMK3 and MK Gold on there? I probably would skip them.
Isn't MK Gold just MK4?
Yeah, I would skip them. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but no, because I think so, because those are improved, and the improved versions. Like Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 is a lot better than the original.
Yeah, that's why
they did a lot of improvements to it.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I don't know anything about Gold other than the fact that it sounds like it tried to rip off KI Gold's name.
Yeah.
I know, 4 is probably my least favorite of the Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah. I wouldn't bother. Wyland, why would you bother? Is there any major difference? Unless there's a character that you like on one and not the other. You were trying to see Break?
Exile.
Yeah.
The real question is how good of a port is MK Gold compared to the arcade game?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have extra characters, but what's the performance like?
Yeah, performance is always key. All right, next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. I was excited when I saw the trailer for this, and then I saw that it was called Black Desert Online, but it says Black Desert, or Desert, whichever you prefer, releases for Xbox One. Oh, it is for the Xbox One on March 4th.
And he says MK Gold is better than the arcade version.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't have it muted, but it looks like it releases.
All I know is KI Gold is apparently terrible compared to KI2.
Yeah. Black Desert Online looks good. Like I said, I was looking at this and I was like, man, that game looks really fucking cool. I hope that's gameplay. And it looks like gameplay, but then I was like, oh, it's online, and then I'm like, So anyways, the standard version is going to be $29.99. The deluxe version is $49.99. I don't know what that comes with. And the ultimate edition is $99, which goes back to the whole games aren't $59.99 anymore. Offering bonuses such as early access and in-game items, which is all nonsense. But anyway, so there you go. Black Desert Online. Looks good.
What do we get for $100? Like, what the fuck?
It doesn't say, but it just, in-game items and early access. Looks like if you pre-order, you get early access. It doesn't even tell you, which is why would you even worry about that?
There's a link. There's a link to it, actually.
I see. I see. Let me click on that. We'll look at the pricing. Standard edition comes with just the basics, and then the deluxe adds a tier 3 horse and Trina Knight horse gear. That's what you get for $20.
I think something's interesting with the 24-hour early access. If you get the standard edition, you get 1 day early access.
Oh, I gotcha.
Deluxe, you get 2 day early access, and you get 3 day early access if you get the ultimate.
Yeah, the ultimate.
That's weird. I've never heard anything like that before.
Why are they trying to Ubisoft this shit?
Yeah, I know. It's a bunch of because it's successful. It's completely successful.
I was under the impression that it was a free-to-play MMO on PC.
Maybe just PC. Looks like the extra stuff you get in the Ultimate Edition are Trina Knight.
You don't have to pay an online subscription service to play online on PC.
Yeah, Dungeon Buster says, yikes, Black Desert. It looks good, but man, I'm not going to spend this exorbitant amount.
Yeah, you're spending $100 for all in-game stuff. It's nothing like, you'd think you might get more physical like a soundtrack or something at
Or
least.
yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Well, the game has microtransactions, so this is their way of like getting around the fact that you're not doing microtransactions.
Oh, Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
I would be willing to try the game for $30, but like, you're spending when you spend $50 and all you're really getting is like
A horse.
in-game horse. You know, you get a mount and a horse armor.
Yeah, exactly. And
No, thank you.
I'm looking at the other stuff for the Ultimate Edition. It doesn't look like very good stuff. A horse flute. You get a horse flute. Jesus Christ, man, that's so stupid. All right, let's move on. I don't want to give this game any more play. Eric, next story, please.
Next story is another Eden, the Cat Beyond Space and Time. Releases on January 28th for mobile in the US and Canada.
Oh, for mobile. Jesus. Yeah.
It's a free-to-play RPG on your phone.
Yeah.
So it probably got a bunch of gotcha mechanics, and that's really obnoxious.
Yeah, it looks like the art style's cool. They have a tiny, tiny bit of gameplay. If you scrounge through this stupid, I mean, it's not much at all, but yeah, it looks okay. I mean, it looks okay, but I mean, the art style's interesting. But I agree, it's probably one of these microtransaction-y bullshit games on mobile, which is what mobile is really known for. Dungeon's talking about.
And it's got a frog character named Cyrus. Gee, I wonder what that's an inspiration from.
Yeah. Dunn says Black Desert's a typical Korean MMO. Grind your face off and get ready to spend in the cash shop for endgame. You need to buy the client on PC, but it's free to play after. Well, free enough to lure you in until you start grinding for endgame perfection. Yeah, fuck that model, man. I mean, it's made people a lot of money, but it's not very
I don't think this is
consumer-friendly.
microtransaction-y. I think it's like spend money to potentially get something through the gotcha system.
No. I'm talking about Black Desert, Eric. Not that one. But let's move on to the next story. Alaloth, Champions of the Four Kingdoms, is an isometric action RPG coming to Xbox One and PC.
Diablo.
Yeah, exactly. Diablo clone, basically. Comes to us from RPG site. Relatively new Gamera's a relatively new studio in Padua, Italy. Oh wow, an Italian game maker. That's pretty rare.
That's different.
Yeah. Game was originally announced in 2017, followed by a teaser trailer late in 2018, but it's a release that slipped under our radar, so we wanted to round up media and available info here. And not much else. Says Alaloth will have the player align themselves with one of the four kingdoms, which will unlock different quests as well as different sections of the overworld based on how you play. Replayability in order to make it sounds a lot like Diablo, to be honest. I mean, it's you know, I'm looking at the trailer, which I didn't get a chance to look at before. It's a lot like Diablo. If you like Diablo, you probably like this, and I'm a sucker, so I'll probably like this too. Isometric, Slagar says meh. Yeah, I mean, there's some that stand out. Diablo obviously is one. I really like Diablo, but I agree, I'm not 100% into it, but whatever. But there's some game features like the very first isometric, oh here we go, Souls-like game ever made. Instant action, fun, and a unique hardcore combat system to master. Intense combat and dungeon diving granted. 4 playable races, so the humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, 40 plus houses and clans to fight for, in-game editor to customize your character, big deal, that's like pretty much standard in every fucking game now. 12 memorable companions with their own backstories, that's kind of cool. Local multiplayer and co-op up to 4 players, explore, craft, gain reputation, and unlock new quests, world, lore, and character backstories, yeah, because, you know, can't have a game without that, really. And beware the dragons, it says. So yeah, it looks a lot like Diablo. I mean, I like it. I like those style of games, but yeah, whatever. Slagar says Zaxxon ruined it for everyone. I love Zaxxon, man, but that game was kind of hard. Black Desert is heavy into PvP, so if you don't like getting randomly ganked, it might not be for you. It's definitely
it's definitely not for like solo players. Like, it sounds like you need friends, you know.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Next story, please.
Next story is about how Catherine's on Steam now.
You skipped the
Just
story.
which is kind of a story.
You skipped. That's okay.
All right. I might as well do both of them.
That's fine.
But it's on Steam now, and it's $20, and it's the original Catherine, which kind of makes me wonder why did they bother, because a full body's coming out in a few months.
Yeah, Catherine's a fun game.
Unless they're doing this just to make it easier to port a full body to the PC later.
Maybe.
But Sega's publishing this because Sega of Europe does all the PC stuff.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's hard as fuck, man. It's really hard, but it's good. And
says the extras will be free for a limited time after launch for the Deluxe Digital Edition, and it includes avatars, a digital soundtrack sampler. Why not the soundtrack?
I know. Why not the whole soundtrack? Jesus Christ. Okay.
But some desktop and mobile wallpapers. In addition, the Steam release supports achievements, leaderboards, and training cards. Also, the ability to play with Japanese dub.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's got some interesting concepts. Like they did some in-game survey type things, and I don't know. It's an interesting.
I'm surprised they didn't put this game on the Epic Game Store so they could earn better cut.
Yeah. And
not have to pay 30% to fucking Valve.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Eric, do the Alisoft game. Or Alisoft story.
The Alisoft is expanding into social games for adults. Okay, in case anybody doesn't know, Alisoft is a eroge game maker.
Well, I didn't, so now I do.
Yeah.
But it says seems that the renowned Japanese PC adult game maker Alisoft is trying to expand their horizons as a job recruitment ad for a programmer to work on 18-plus social games has been put out by the company, which the ad features an unbelievable amount of double entendres. Asked for a programmer who's able to focus on the technical aspects of managing servers, and Alisoft is also asking for a gung-ho attitude where they'll be willing to go even harder if needed. Ha ha ha.
In other words, that they'll make you work 80 hours or 100 hours instead of 80 hours, probably. But
well, for an aero game company, I don't think they work that long. So who knows?
You never know, man. But that's kind of cool. I wish the consoles would allow these type of games, like a special section. Like we talked about this break before.
But when I think of social games, I think of mobile and PC web pages.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Freak 5 is back in chat. He was driving, so he got home safe. That's cool.
I don't know. I think it might be, if they're looking to expand the wedge, which I don't think they are. I think it might be hard to get eroge games on the mobile storefront of on Apple's service, because Apple doesn't like that shit.
Well, Apple can go fuck itself because it's losing money now. So if it wants to have another source of revenue, I'd say this is I
think Android doesn't give a shit, though.
Yeah, I know. But that's a pretty good source of revenue. Sex sells, as the old saying goes. So, All right, let's move on to the next story.
Not really. You can get it for free on the internet. Well, I'm sorry. What was I shouldn't encourage that.
There are still ads on those sites.
But I don't think Alisoft has self-published in the West ever. So they might not be looking to the West market at the moment.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story from Siliconera. Tokyo Chronos has been delayed. People looking forward to playing a new visual novel in VR have to wait a bit longer. My Dearest's Tokyo Chronos will not be making its debut in February as planned. The PC version, which will be compatible with the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, will launch on March 20th. So that's just about a month. That's no big deal.
I don't remember what Zaxxon is. I remember what Klaxon is.
No, Zaxxon's a fun game, man. It's basically like if you can imagine an isometric sort of Gradius, I guess, but with less powerful shit. But anyways,
that reminds me of Viewpoint. Have you played Viewpoint?
No, I have not.
So it's an SNK shmup.
Yeah. Backer codes go out March 19th. Then in July, the game will appear for the PlayStation VR. So that's interesting, Erica. A VR visual novel. That's kind of cool. I like that idea. What do you think? Would you like that that kind of experience? A VR?
I don't know. Novel? I don't have VR.
But I mean, the idea sounds cool to me.
A VR porn game?
Well,
That
I mean,
sounds.
No, it's a visual novel,
Visual
not a
novel.
porn game.
yeah,
I'm sorry, a visual porn novel.
I'd be okay with that too. That'd be
Not
fine
all
with me.
visual novels are porn.
Then why read them?
Yeah, well, you know, story, I guess, man. You know, Dungeon says, think of Zaxxon as an early ancestor of Viewpoint. Dungeon says,
okay.
so yeah, it's yeah. Freak5 says sautéed zucchinis and onions, mashed taters, and pork chops. That sounds like a good dinner. Sweet. All right. Next story and last story, Eric, please.
The next story is Song of Memories for Switch has been canceled. Why? 'Cause they don't really explain it that well, but I'll read it when we get to that. But the PlayStation 4 version has been dated. It says, there's some unfortunate news for people who were excited about playing Song of Memories on the Nintendo Switch. P-Cube has canceled that port. The PlayStation 4 version is still on the way. And in fact, now has a February 1st date. It says the other version has been axed due to quote-unquote developmental complications that the company doesn't actually get into and quality issues, which may mean that the developers of the game might be having trouble working with the Switch dev kits, and maybe they're not used to working on such a console.
Or maybe they decided that they're not going to make a lot of money on the Switch and decided against it.
Which is weird because they probably make better money, and I got a feeling the PlayStation 4 version might be compromised in some way because Sony's new policies.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
What new policies?
I mean, they already had to talk down the fact that nothing has been changed from the PC version, but that was like months before Sony enacted its policies.
Yeah, they have this new policy where it's like like what they consider lewd activity in video games. They'll tell.
I mean, this
right,
game,
we talked about that.
Yeah.
This game does have like girls dressed in revealing outfits at some points in the game.
Oh my god! Oh dear lord!
but it's not Arrow game at all.
Look, this shit has got to change. It's like the third or fourth story that we've had today where it sort of deals with this type of thing. Like we're all adults, man. like all of us. I mean, everybody in chat right now, I'm 100% certain, except for the people that don't talk, are above the age of 18. We've played video game for years. If we don't like that type of material, we know what to do. Just don't buy it. But there is a market for it, and it should be.
These characters aren't 18, but they say that just so they don't get in trouble.
Well, I mean, that aside, they're fucking cartoon characters. Like seriously.
It's like, who cares how old these characters are, because, like, age doesn't matter at that point.
Well, I mean...
If you make your characters designed in such a way that their age is very ambiguous to begin with, doesn't matter how old they are.
Yeah, I agree with that, Eric, and that's not to say that you don't have a moral compass and wouldn't buy a game like that if that was the case. I mean, Japan aside, Japan's kind of a weird nation when it comes to those type of things, but like here, I know Break and I wouldn't buy it if it was like, like we didn't know that, or if we felt...
I think we should be honest with ourselves and yeah, a lot of these eroge have high schoolers having sex with each other, but I think the reason why people play these games and enjoy them is because they like watching people fuck. It doesn't matter how old they are to them.
Yeah, I mean, there's niche audiences for everything. There's I was browsing the internet the other day and ran across some, questionable stuff. Like I don't know if it was Santa porn or what, but like old men with these young hotties, and you see shit like that all the time. Like it's a portion of the internet. It's not all of it, and if I mean, people won't make these games if people don't buy them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they should let the market speak for itself. Have an NC-17 section, for instance. You know what I'm saying, Breakman? Like, I mean,
eroge games have a target audience for a reason. I mean,
yeah.
It's not like these are gonna go on the store shelves. There's stores specifically designed to sell this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. Breakman, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, like I said, like let's say, like you wouldn't go into.
Like, why don't we have a Larry Flynn in the West trying to fight for like giving porn the legitimacy it got back in the 70s or whatever.
Here's my point, Eric. Like,
but like it's a game now, so it's different somehow. I mean, it's like no.
Here's my point. When you go into a sex shop and you look at the different DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever, 4K shit now that they got, like they even have 3D fucking porn. But like, if there
VR porn,
if it's something that you don't like, you're not gonna buy it. You know what I mean? But I mean, there's a market for it, and we should be able to, as adults, you know, have age gates or whatever the fuck, you know, you want to do. You should be able to go in and be able to purchase stuff that, you know, you want to purchase, whether it be a section, like sort of like, I mean, Break and I have talked about it before, like that section in the back of a video store when you used to rent video, you know, DVDs and shit, where you would go back and you could rent like porn, like, you know, it was like a section that only adults could go to, and that's the way that they should handle these things going forward on consoles, you know, whatever.
Back
like, and like the console developer holders, they're dumb. I mean, they're basically skipping out on a market and losing potential revenue because I don't know what their hang up is, because like they could just easily create a subsidiary that's not under their name, and as long as people don't know, no one has to know that it's them, and they could just sell games under that label.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Freak 5's Exile. But let's move on to man,
do a digital marketplace if you have to, if you don't want to do retail.
Let's move on to homie discounts. My soundbite's not working for homie discounts.
Like, what point is the ESRB's A rating if we're not going to actually make use of it?
Yeah. Bernie, man. Bernie's gonna get exiled too. Alright, homie discounts. There's week 5 of the holiday sale on the PSN. It's basically the same things with a few games added. There's like hundreds, literally hundreds of games on sale on the PlayStation Network. I didn't get a chance to look at the Xbox, but I think it's pretty much the same from the last I looked. And Nintendo, was there anything special on Nintendo? I know there's a lot of indie titles on sale for Nintendo, Eric. I think we're good on homie discounts. All right.
Yeah, it's not really the time of the year for like, you know, discounts anymore.
There is a week 5 for the holiday set. Why?
Yes,
the holidays are over.
No, there is, and it's huge. I mean, they got like, I think like 800.
Are they counting? Wait, are they counting President's Day or something?
I don't know. There are like literally, when I looked at it, there was like 800 games like on sale. So the PlayStation is just. It's going nuts with sales. But Twitter comments. Any Twitter comments?
You know, I hadn't even looked at them actually.
That's all right.
Let me bring it up. Let's see. Oh, there is something actually from Freak.
Okay.
He says, "I'm about to play Jackbox games. Feel free to join." Oh shit. Well,
yeah.
I did. Go ways ago. Sorry.
It's weird playing on my iPhone because like you can't see half of the shit that's going on. So I don't think it's as fun as playing like on your console.
Oh wait. President's Day is next month, so it has to be like George Washington's birthday or something.
Oh dear Lord. Yeah. So yeah. All right.
Or this is like the makeup week in case you somehow forgot because you didn't have the money at the time because people got paid probably the week afterwards. So.
Or if you work for the government, you didn't get paid, which we'll be talking about later. But anyways, let's move on.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know what you've been playing, Break.
Same stuff.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect Andromeda. I haven't really accomplished much in it. It's been a busy week, so you know, haven't played much, and that's it, really.
All right. Eric, what have you been playing?
I've just played a little bit more Dark Souls 2, trying to get through that game again to the point where I was.
Yeah, exactly, man. That sucks. You had to start that.
I got pretty far for like. Just restarting. I got all the way to the point where I'm going to do Belfry Luna.
Yeah.
But uh, other than that, I've been playing Psychedelica, the Ashen Hawk, and I played a little bit of Toki for the Switch yesterday. Toki is this really weird action platformer shooter that you play as a monkey that shoots bullets out of his mouth.
Oh,
the original title was called Toki Going Ape Spit, so that's probably what it is.
I'm hoping for the sequel Toki 2, where he starts throwing poop out of his butt. That's what I'm hoping. So, anyways, tell us about Toki.
He's throwing it right out of his butt, or is he like shooting it out of his butt?
No, he like poops right in his hand and starts throwing it at, chucking it at you.
Oh, okay. So it's like a softie machine.
Yeah, like soft serve. And then like you get a special diarrhea attack and stuff. That'd be sweet.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. All right, Eric. What's Toki about?
I don't know if I consider Fallout 76 a gift. It's probably just Christmas Cole in game form.
Yeah. Dungeon said he's been playing some Fallout 76. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He got for Christmas, yeah. Why not? I mean, got for Christmas. Like,
that's
why
if
somebody gave it to me, like, I'd probably get around to playing it too. Like I said, I want to play that game eventually, but I'm gonna wait until all the DLC is out and stuff like that.
You get gifted that.
I wouldn't give Bethesda a cent for that game.
No, what I would do is if I got that for a gift, I would immediately trade it in for something else, or I wouldn't even open it, and I would like take it back to like Walmart and like get the $50-$60 that cost and buy something else. That's what I would do. That's just me.
That's why.
Told you, it's digital Christmas, Cole.
Yeah.
He's griefing people. I am very proud of you, Dungeon Buster. He said that he found some fun. He's been luring ghouls to player houses set up near a spawn zone and watching them tear everything down.
That's fucked up, man. That's kind of cool, though. Freak says he's been playing Dragon Quest Builders, DQ11, Jackbox, Mario Kart 8, and Friday 13th.
Oh, here's a Fallout 76 shenanigans I read, but apparently the people that wanted to launch nukes couldn't launch nukes.
Oh yeah, the nukes were.
There was
nuked.
an issue with the 2019 switchover.
Yep. There was some problem. The main thing.
There was a Y2K style bug in the game.
Yep. The main thing that people wanted that game for to nuke, they couldn't do it. Yeah. It's terrible, man. That game is shaping up to be one of the worst of all time, which is sad because there's some good stuff like Skyrim. I love Skyrim and other stuff, but whatever. All right, I've been playing a little MPQ, of course. God of War, I'm getting close to getting a platinum trophy in God of War. I just got, basically what I got to do is defeat all of the Valkyries. I've saved the Valkyries for last because they're fucking hard as hell, man. But since I do that, I should be pretty close to getting the big trophy, the platinum.
Well, one thing to notice is like some of them are weak to certain elements. So if you use the axe on some of them, they're easier to deal with.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm sure the fire one, you use the axe, and then the stuff like that. But I think I got
But the Queen Valkyrie switches between the two, so it's really up to your preference. Like, do you want more damage with the axe, but maybe less DPS? Or do you want more DPS with the Blades of Chaos and plus distance?
Yeah. Dungeon says, did Frank hug a Valkyrie? No, it's a funny story, Dungeon. The first Valkyrie I ever encountered, that I ever found, I didn't even know what the hell it was. I thought it was just another regular enemy. And I didn't even think it was anything. I thought it was just like a statue. And I go up to it and it starts kicking the shit out of me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And it's a Valkyrie. And apparently there's like 9 of them. But
hey, baby, what's up? How you doing? My name's... Oh my god, what are you doing? Stop!
Atreus can't hurt the Valkyries, but they can disrupt their attacks.
Yeah, no, he can hurt the Valkyries. If you level up his... Not
the Queen. The Queen's invulnerable to his arrows.
Yeah, but if they, like you said, if she flies up, he can disrupt her, which is good. That's helpful. I haven't beat any of them yet, so I got 9 of those fucking things to go through before, I can get my platinum. There's a couple more things I got to do in Niflheim, in that center store thing, whatever it is, but whatever. 2 inches snow. Yeah, we have snow right now, Freak 5. We're gonna get about 5 inches when it's all all said and done, but whatever.
We're supposed to be getting a blizzard tomorrow, so
yeah. Dungeon
I'm
says,
hoping to sit in my house and play video games.
yeah. Dungeon says, oh look, it's like sleeping, and oh my god, why is it raking my face with his... Yeah, that's exactly... It looked like a statue to me, man. I mean, and I think I had my sound way down because like every time you go into one of the Valkyries like dungeon things, like dens, whatever, they say, oh look, it's a Valkyrie. So I was like, I didn't.
No, it's just Dark Souls gargoyle situation. It just gets up and starts fighting you.
Oh Jesus, it was terrible. Like the first one, I was like, Jesus Christ, that beat me in like 2 hits. I'm like, what the hell? But whatever. Yeah, Freak Fight says he beat DQ11, but he's still in the post game. I
never finished the DQ post games.
I do.
Well,
I did.
Well, the one in 11 is basically a whole other chapter. It's like a 40-hour post game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
I got bored with the Dragon Quest VIII post game.
Well, you didn't get on
and the Dragon Quest IX post game because there was just so much grinding.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest IX doesn't really have a post game though. It has. Do you want to do these maps and fight the classic Dragon Quest bosses? There's nothing really.
And you get better weapons and armor too.
Yeah. That's the fun thing about it is getting the armor shit.
I don't know. The better weapons and armor is kind of debatable because like certain equipment, like setups, you could tank any boss easily.
Yeah. All right, let's move on, everybody.
RPGrinders reviews.
Sorry.
That's right.
I'm just gonna say with 9, like most of the armor you can get in the game is for fashion. It's like Dragon Quest Fashion Souls.
Yeah. Reviews.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention I played a little Nidhogg 2. That game's a ton of fun for 2 players. You can play 4 players. You can have tournaments, but it's a ton of fun. I don't know if anybody's played Nidhogg or Nidhogg 2, but Nidhogg 2 is really fun. It's basically it's just a battle brawler between 2 people. Like you try to get to one side of the screen, a few screens over, and vice versa. It's and you get different weapons. It's a fun game. So I highly recommend playing it. It's super cheap right now. It's on the PlayStation store sale. All right, we have some reviews. Eric, why don't you start with your reviews, and then I've got a review for the ages, man. Yeah.
Okay, I got Ralph Breaks the Internet, which Frank saw, as well as Aquaman, which Frank also saw. But
yep.
I'm gonna say Ralph Breaks the Internet. I think the problem with when not just we, but like everybody else in general, when it comes to saying whether or not a movie is good, is they're only rating it based on its entertainment value rather than what it contributes to the art.
Yeah.
And I think Ralph Breaks the Internet is just a cynical cash grab that Disney used to promote their own product line. Because a lot of the stuff in the movie is stuff you can buy in Disney stores and shit. It's like especially when they went to the princess dressing room and Vanellope was just hanging out with all the Disney princesses and they're talking about being princesses and they get to the point where it's like, I like your outfit and where can I get some stuff? And like, I guess they ordered some, and that's stuff you can actually buy in real life.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It was kind of a big commercial.
And not only that, but like there is a bit of a story there, and it's interesting. But like, it is kind of a non sequitur for the ending of the first movie, which has problems because it's basically a pro-conservative message.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch the original, and you can't tell me that isn't pro-conservative message.
I agree with you.
It's okay to be yourself and accept your role in life, but if you want to break out, you can. But the general takeaway is that going outside your norms is bad.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
And this movie is kind of like the progressive response to that, but I think it's still kind of muddled messaging.
It is a muddled message, and I agree with you about the advertisement angle of it. But I like it because it was fun, and that's what I base it on. Just like what you said, Eric. Like.
Which is why I'm giving this a 7.
Yeah, I gave it a little higher than that. I think I gave it a 9 because I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I agree with you. That's the one kind of criticism I would have for Ralph Breaks the Internet. But, you know, it's fair. It's fair to say. It's not unfair to say that. But, you know, whatever.
And with Aquaman, I could say that it's weird that, like, all we had to do to get decent DC movies is to get rid of Zack Snyder.
Yeah, you know what? That was a point I didn't make when I did my review, and that's another good point, Eric. But it was a decent movie. It's not like the greatest movie.
I don't think he's like some writing genius where he planned to start off the DC universe with having two truly awful worlds and truly awful representations of these heroes, where the idea was we start out in a dark world and it progressively becomes closer to the light and things are less shitty and their characters are less shitty and they grow into the comic cells that they used to be. I don't think he planned that. If it just happened because he wasn't there.
I think the main problem with the DC universe is in its casting. I really do. And I think having Zack Snyder wasn't exactly the best thing. But you know, in fairness to Snyder, like, he had a lot of personal issues go on while he was doing some of these movies. So I don't want to pile on Snyder all that much. But
yeah, I mean, like with his family and stuff like that. But
yeah. But I agree. I mean, I liked Aquaman quite a bit. I have not read The Watchmen, but apparently the movie misses the point of the Watchmen graphic novel. No, I like the movie.
No, that's an opinion. That's a heavily
no,
opinion.
The movie was good. I didn't like that they changed the ending, but I can see why they kind of had
Maybe
to.
that's what they're talking about. The ending's just fucked.
Yeah, a lot of people disagree with the ending, but yeah, I think they had to change it too. I don't think the ending would have worked.
Yeah, and maybe it would have. You never know. They didn't film it, but I don't know. I kind of like that movie quite a bit, and I'm glad to see that they're doing a completely different direction Watchmen series on HBO.
And you said that Willem Dafoe couldn't do Freddy in a Freddy movie, but he was in this movie. He did okay job. I mean, it's not like Freddy's doing like stunts or anything.
No, I just think he's a little too old for the role now, man. I think if you get like a really tall actor like the guy who did Pennywise in the new It, I think that's a perfect choice, man. Like, I think if there was somebody that had the gravitas to play that, it would be that dude. I mean, nobody expected that coming out of Skarsgård in It, and he did a fantastic job. Why couldn't he do it with Freddy Krueger? I mean, there's a precedence there. Like Chris Evans did Human Torch before he did Captain America. So why
also the Arthur in this movie is a very different Arthur than the Justice League.
Yeah.
Guy who was going, my man, all the time.
yeah. I like. I don't know. I'm like I said. The only problem I really have with the DC movies is the actors that they chose for each of these roles. I think they could have got a lot better people. I mean, seriously.
I don't know who they got to cut for Mara. Who would have been better choice for Mara?
No, Mara was fine. But I'm talking.
Just about anybody would have been a better choice for Batman.
Although there were a couple
agree.
inconsistencies in the movies, like, okay, why is Mara able to breathe in water fine, but like these other Atlanteans need these helmets?
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I think that's. I mean,
they failed their swim test.
Yeah,
has she like been to the surface more often, and therefore has gotten used to it?
Maybe there's a certain portion of their population that could do both, and maybe some.
Or maybe some of the Atlanteans are like half fish people from this other kingdom, or like a quarter, and like therefore they need to be in underwater all the time.
Yeah, see, Wyland says mutations. I agree. I totally agree. Dungeons or Freak says he's excited to see Shazam. I'm kind of excited to see Shazam too, to be honest. I think it's gonna
apparently it's a royal birth trait or something.
Yeah. Frank talking. You're exiled, you son of a bitch, Freak 5. He says Frank talking about people being too old is hypocrisy. Frank is so old he shouldn't be doing anything by that standard. How dare you? Royals can breathe on the surface, I thought they said. Yeah, I think you're right, Dungeon. I think that's it.
They like, if they said that, then I might have missed it, because like maybe they were speaking too low and I couldn't hear.
Or it could have been this. Wyland says each kingdom has its own thing going for them. Yeah, that's true too. Because there's like what, 4 or 5 kingdoms or something. in Atlantis and stuff like that. Like I said, it just reminded me, the color scheme and everything, the glowiness reminded me of Tron underwater. But it was fine. I liked it. I don't know. So what do you?
What do you think? What do you think of Black Manta? Like, do you think that I played him was okay?
Yeah, I like that choice. I didn't think they gave him enough though. That was the problem that I had with that. They didn't.
So what, is the sequel going to be him just versus Black Manta the entire movie then?
I would hope. I mean, Black Manta definitely. I mean, that's Aquaman's main rival. So I would hope that'd be the direction they go in.
Like, one thing I can criticize the movie for is like it steps into some B-movie dialogue. Jeez.
Yeah, see, that was like the one-liners.
Like they're talking about, there's the guy that's talking about how Atlantis is real, and everybody's like, and then they're wondering why all this trash is on the beach. Like, what does this mean? Could this been intelligent? Like, of course it was. Like,
yeah, it's Atlantis.
That couldn't have been natural.
Yeah. All right, so what are you giving Aquaman, Eric?
There's these people who are talking like fucking Earth Defense Force stupidity dialogue.
Yeah, Wyland says they didn't give Black Manta enough on purpose. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I felt that was kind of like why they even had him in the movie. Like, they didn't really need Black Manta in this movie. They should have maybe introduced him at the end or something, and then But whatever. Freak Fight says he was watching Deadpool 2 a couple nights ago and noticing changes that were in Once Upon a Deadpool. Comment about how Deadpool's face looks like Rocky Dennis made love to lava. That's pretty.
What
funny,
I do want to know is whether or not whether or not Orm is going to be a reoccurring villain. He seemed to like
which one?
Give up at the end of the movie though.
Which one?
Orm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm surprised they didn't attack sooner because of Man of Steel. Yeah, that's true. Version for younger people, they wouldn't get that reference. Yeah, see, there's a lot of that stuff in that. I heard that new version wasn't very good. Freak 5, you aside, you're like the only person that said he liked that version. All right, so what are you giving Aquaman, Eric?
I'll give it a 7.5.
All right, 7.5. I think that's fair. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10. So that's
actually, I think you gave it a 7.5 too. Actually.
Did I? Yeah.
I think it was maybe.
I could be wrong.
Of course, it could have been a fever dream. I don't know.
And Shazam looks like a fun time.
Yeah, it does. I don't see any problems with Shazam so far. So I would like to watch that movie. All right.
Don't forget, Captain Marvel comes out in March.
Ooh, I can't wait to see Captain Marvel, man. I'm getting more and more excited for that movie.
So wait, when's Shazam? Is that next month?
No, that's let's see, March, April, I believe. I believe it's April. I don't know. Wyland would know more.
Oh, that's Endgame.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's Endgame is in April. I don't know when Shazam comes out.
I mean, Shazam might be in April too, but that's Endgame. I wouldn't want to go up against Endgame.
Oh hell no, hell no. Wonder Woman 84 is gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
What's it called? Wonder Woman 84.
Because it probably happens in 1984. Yeah, exactly. Oh, they did 84 sequels, man. That's the 84th.
So wait.
A lot of sequels online. Yeah, you missed that.
Her first movie was taking place in the past, and now her second movie is taking place in the past. Now the present.
I think that's how they plan on doing it. It's like 80s, 90s, 2000, on and on. I think that's the plan. I could be wrong.
By the time they catch up to real life, she'll actually be old.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I got a review, and guys,
I didn't see the trailer for Wonder Woman 84, and I didn't even know it was a thing.
Oh, it is a thing, man.
I knew it was in production planning stages, but they are in production now.
Yeah, Shazam's May. Wyland says smart of them. After after the onslaught of
Endgame.
Endgame, yeah, Endgame's gonna fucking destroy, man.
Endgame for everybody else who tries to release a movie.
Exactly. I think everybody changed their schedule once they found out the date that Endgame was going on. That's a guaranteed $2 billion movie. All right, I've got. Speaking of $2 billion movies, guys, I have probably the greatest movie I have ever seen for my review.
Big Money Hustlers?
No, something better. Something better. Betty White is going to play Wonder Woman, Freak 5 says. That's good, man. I like that. She would do a good job, man. I'd watch that movie. Anyways, the movie I'm reviewing this week, and like I said, it's probably the greatest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Biker Warrior Babe versus Zombie Babies from Hell. All right.
Yeah, I hate them zombie babies.
Yeah, and I mean, these babies, man, they have these red glowy eye thing, and I can tell you,
fucking zombie babies.
I can tell you, man, these zombie babies were really from hell, man. They killed people like left and right in this movie. I have no idea what the hell happened and what is going on in this movie, but I can tell you, man, this is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen, man. You got just what it says. You have a biker warrior babe, which she was pretty hot. I don't exactly consider her a biker warrior babe. I mean, she was on a bike for a while, and there's this subplot about her falling in love, I guess, with this dorky dude, but they don't really go into that. And then they meet up with these guys with guns, and there's all kinds of shooting babies and blood splatter all over the place, and babies eating people, and a subplot about demonic babies. And I like I said, I have no idea what happened in this movie. All I know is that every movie needs to take a page from this movie's book and do the things that this movie does. And
so wait, is this movie like The Room of horror movies or something?
It is the B movie of all B movies. You guys have to see this movie. It even includes a special appearance by Lloyd Kaufman. So
can you watch it in streaming anywhere?
Yes. I don't know if it was the Roku channel or
I don't have a Roku.
Tubi TV or Pluto TV. It's on one. Just look it up, man. You can probably find it on YouTube, man. I mean, it's
that name's a mouthful. What's it called again?
Biker Warrior Babe versus Zombie Babies from Hell. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Biker Warrior Babe, man. Just look that up, man. You'll Freakfight says, have you watched Zombie Ass? I have watched Zombie Ass, and this movie is better than Zombie Ass. So Breakman's exiled for his comment. Let's see. Freakfight's talking about his sex tape. Let's see. Dungeon says Parasite Eve baby would eat those babies on. No, you have not seen these zombie babies, Dungeon. These zombie babies from hell are the nasties, man. Freakfight says I watched Zombie Spring Breakers. It was a horrible movie, but it had some funny movements. That's the same how I feel about this. This is like the worst, best movie I've ever seen, man. It is something else.
So is it better than Sharknado?
It is much better than Sharknado, man. Like there's lulls in this movie where it's just like kind of groany type shit, but I'm obsessed with this movie, man. Like I have no idea. Like I said, I have no idea what the hell happened, why it happened, how it happened, but all I know, it was one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. The
product of a drug-induced coma or something?
Yeah, if somebody had like got knocked out and had a little bit of brain damage after they woke up from a coma and took a little bit of acid and then coupled that with some bad animation design, that would be this movie, man. It is a thing.
That sounds like Cool World. I hated that
movie.
movie.
No, dude. This is so much better.
No, that Cool World, the guy was on Prozac. That's
exactly. Let's see. Freakpie says lots of things are better than Zombie Ass. Yeah. Dungeon says those are some serious zombie babies. You gotta watch it, man. I'm telling you, this is the movie of movie, man. Biker Warrior Babe versus Zombie Babies from Hell. I give it a 10 out of 10. I think that's the first 10 out of 10 I've ever given a movie on Grindr. So there you go. And by 10 out of 10, I mean 1 out of a 10. But 10 out of 10. All right, no Heiscapade. Did anybody have a Heiscapade this week? Break, did you have a Heiscapade?
No.
All right, no Heiscapade. So it's on to everybody's favorite.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
Your Stinko, Breakman.
My Stinko goes to whatever that farce of horse shit was that was a press conference with Trump and then the response by Schumer and Pelosi.
Oh my God, they both were terrible, man. Yeah. The government shutdown, that's also my Stinko, so we can probably talk about this.
Like, I had little faith in Pelosi before that speech. Now I'm just like, oh Lord, with the Democratic Party in her hands, he might win again.
You didn't hear the pregame banter that that Eric and I had, Break, but I was talking about this. Like, of all people they could have picked as Speaker of the House, they picked Pelosi again. I mean, seriously, she's like, what, 78 fucking years old? Like, there was nobody younger that they could have picked. I mean, I think Kamala Harris fucking, oh, she's a senator, so she probably can do it. But like, Andrea Ocasio-Cortez, possibly. I mean, she's one of the younger ones. I mean, seriously, like they couldn't have revolted. Some of those Democrats couldn't get a fucking spine and say, we need
They did
change.
actually. There were like there was a group of about 20 that did revolt, but a lot of people within the Democratic Party called those people sexist just for not defending and not for going after, or not for voting for her.
That's a bunch of bullshit, man.
Like that's been the defense for her for so fucking long.
Yeah.
And it's she has been in there since the flippin' 80s, man.
Yeah, I know. And here's the thing, Break. We talk about this all the time as well. The reason I think this was a bad choice and why they should have got someone different, the reason that people always want to vote for Nancy Pelosi is why? Not because she's a master legislator like what they say, because she hasn't legislated shit in 30 fucking years. She raises the most money out of all of them. That is the reason. And that's the reason why they need to get the fucking money out of politics. That way we don't have this debate. Oh, she makes more money than everybody else. Who gives a fuck how much money she can raise? You know what I mean? I know it's important as things stand now, but that's not the only thing.
I feel like the only way to solve this situation is to find a way to make money irrelevant.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've heard, most senators and representatives, they spend most of their time just campaigning for money.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of time on the phone just, hey, so we need money for this and stuff, trying to get people to donate money, like donors
phone banking.
and stuff like that. Like
phone banking.
That is a big part of their job. It's crazy.
Yeah, and why it's that way, we talk about all the time, it shouldn't be that way. It's a bunch of fucking shit, man.
If demons were real, I think greed has completely destroyed the U.S.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree. Money out of politics, that would solve probably 90% of the problems we have with the government. Then the government could actually work for us instead of vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to the government shutdown break, man. Today, as of this recording, it is the 21st day. The 21st day. So it is now the longest shutdown ever with no end in sight, all because of the Orange Cheeto and his lack of decorum. They had a deal in place. And here's another thing, too. Mitch McConnell's a piece of shit, and this is why. The Democrats,
no shit.
The Democrats.
Actually, that's an insult to pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's true.
If I had the power, I'd make shutdowns treason behavior, which would be grounds for arrest.
The only upside.
You shouldn't be allowed to shut down the government for any reason.
Yeah. Now, the reason that the government is being shut down is because Trump wants his stupid fucking wall, right?
That he's not going to get, period.
Hold on.
I was thinking about this. Why is not anybody bringing this up? His supporters and his opponents. The man's supposedly a fucking billionaire. If he wants a goddamn wall, why isn't anybody saying it? Build it himself.
Yeah, pay for it. Because you know why, Breakman? He's not a billionaire. He's been bankrupt 6 fucking times. That's why.
I know, but I'm saying, like, why aren't more people calling for something like that?
Yeah, I agree.
They're idiots. People are dumb.
Yeah.
Oh.
Freak Fight says the president isn't supposed to have any control over the government finances, and now there's talk about this idiot calling a national emergency.
Finances are the job of Congress.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
And then he downgraded the wall to a steel barrier. Basically a fence.
I can understand why he did that, because, I mean, nobody...
It doesn't matter, though, because the way he wants to get money for it now is to dip into the money that was supposed to be used for Puerto Rican relief.
Yes, and California.
And said, I'm going to use military money. No, you're going to use relief money. We know what you're up to.
Right.
Which is why he's got shot down again. So.
And Freak 5 says it's unconstitutional for him to try to do this. It is unconstitutional, but is anybody going to do anything about it?
And NDB says, why pay for it himself when he can get everyone else to do it? Like NFL owners, basically.
Well, I don't understand his
Those
base.
rich motherfuckers.
Here's what I don't
Build a
understand.
stadium for me, or I'm gonna move.
Right,
like I need the tax dollars to do this because I can't spend my hard-earned money on that.
Oh yeah, that's what they did here in Denver.
I've got to
man.
go home and buy a new yacht that's about $2 billion.
Right.
What? How much did Jerry Jones spend on that new yacht of his?
Oh geez, I don't know, man. It was disgusting. It was in the hundreds of mil, man. I mean, it's just disgusting. But here's my thing, man. They did interviews with people that lived along the border. Some of them in McAllen, Texas. McAllen, Texas is where Trump visited and was talking to Border Patrol people, and he looked like a jackass. I mean, anytime he does these expeditions where he goes out and looks at shit, he looks like a complete jackass.
And he always goes to where his base is. Like, he makes sure it's like his supporters.
Oh, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, Breakman. He went to McAllen, Texas, right? They did interviews. I think it was CNN or one of the other networks. Maybe it was even Fox. Did interviews with people that live in McAllen, Texas, and every one of them said there's no crisis here. There's no wall there at all. And they themselves, the people that live there, said that there is no crisis.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about them, but I mean when he showed up there, he went to the
he went
specific
straight
border agents and the people that were like supporting him.
And then you had
sure it looks good.
Yeah, and you had Ted Cruz there and that other piece of shit Conyer there. It's one shit show after another with this president, and I really don't know what it's going to take to get this guy out of office, man. Like, if that doesn't tell you.
The Mueller, that investigation should be wrapping up in the next few months, according to what a lot of rumors are saying, because it does sound like it's nearing its end. So,
if that doesn't get him out of office, Breakman, nothing will, and you can prepare for more fucking autocratic shit.
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it is, because I think it's gonna. At the end of the day, I think it's gonna be still like the conservative base is gonna find like. They're gonna twist it in ways to their advantage, like like that's not what it says type shit, know. That's what Fox News does. That's what they're good at.
Yeah,
spin.
Dungeon makes a good point here. He says, I read that story. It's a small town on the border, and they're upset that what is being said is scaring away people because they think it's a war zone. That's exactly right. He's a fearmonger, and he has more, I'm telling you, Breakman, this guy has more autocratic tendencies than even some of the dictators around the world do, and it's fucking scary. Freak5 says, McConnell not voting on the budget that the House sent to the Senate is bullshit.
What do we need to do? Another revolution?
There's precedent for that.
No. I mean, we're more than likely what's going to come down to is an election in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Who the Democrats can bring out. As long as they can bring out anybody more competent than Hillary, they should have it in the bag.
Well, they got one that's already has an exploratory committee that's a super interesting candidate that people should really think about. And I'm not talking Bernie Sanders, because if Bernie Sanders were to run, he'd be the guy. But Elizabeth Warren. So you want a strong.
You know what? I am more interested in what she has to say.
Yeah, she has a lot of the tendencies that Bernie has to say, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I want to bring a point here that
the Democrats need a strong candidate.
Yep.
And somebody who is going to go out and talk to the people.
Yep.
You can't have somebody going in there thinking they've been anointed and such, you know.
Or like Hillary, one of the worst candidates ever.
I know. Who's still, years later, still going out and pointing the fingers at everyone else.
Yeah. Freak 5, I want to bring up this point that Freak 5 says. He was talking about McConnell not voting on it because he said that anything they do, Trump is just going to veto. Well, he says, let Trump veto it. Then you can vote to overturn it, because you do. You have like,
which is exactly why he's not letting people vote on it.
Yes, because he's a coward. Mitch McConnell. I don't understand how the fine people of Kentucky can let this guy do this over and over and over again. When his time is up, you guys got to vote that motherfucker out. Vote for any other Republican. A little less far right than McConnell would be okay. because at least
McConnell's a toady. He's one of those like yes master, like
yeah. He's
like that. That sounded way more racist than I ever meant it to.
I'll blame it on your crackly voice. This week.
I meant like he's kiss ass.
He's a yes man.
Make it sound like he was a slave. That's wow.
Yeah, he's a yes man. I think is what you meant to say.
Man. I'm gonna shut up for a while. That did not come out right.
No, he is one of the worst of the worst, and I agree with Freak 5. Like he really should let the vote go through. Let Trump veto it. I mean, then that just shows Trump's income. Then, like you said, you can overturn that, and then it becomes law, and then you don't have to worry about shit. Wyland says, for a state that's famous for its blue people, I can see why they keep voting for him. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, it's not. It's blue people.
I forgot to write the Sweeto in, but I guess we can mention it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
we haven't got to the Sweeto show. We're still talking about this.
Yeah.
I just decided I mentioned it before you happened to skip me over because I forgot to think about it until now.
Okay. Well, let's go in because I don't see a stinko for you, Eric. Let's go right into your Sweeto.
My Sweeto is Bungie's leaving Activision.
Oh, that's a good one. That we forgot. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, that's good, man. That's a good thing, I think.
And I hope Blizzard's next because Blizzard's kind of sucking it up because of Activision's influence.
Yeah.
What was really interesting is they get to keep Destiny.
Yeah, well, that was the deal that they made at the beginning, and that was smart.
But it was I thought it was for like a 10-year deal. So the fact that they're walking out in less than 10 years with Destiny is really amazing.
Well, they came to an agreement, and there might have been some behind the scenes like payment to get out of that deal, but they kept Destiny.
They probably didn't want the next Destiny to be clouded with microtransaction bullshit, which was probably what Activision was counting on.
Yeah, Freak 5, you need to clean that dog's diarrhea, dude.
Yeah, his stinker was his dog's diarrhea, but his Sweeto is he has kids to clean it up.
I mean, that's a good idea, actually, man, but still, you know. But no, yeah, this is a good thing, I think, for people that play Destiny 2. I have Destiny 2. I never played Destiny 1. Haven't gotten around to playing Destiny 2, but you know, Activision's long-running fucking finger in the pie, I think kind of watered down Destiny a little bit. So hopefully Bungie can get back to its old ways, do some good things with Destiny and beyond. I also heard that they had like $100 million investment from a Chinese company or something down the pike. So that might have been part of the reason why they were confident in publishing their own stuff. Yeah, Wednesday was Freak Day. Yeah, happy belated birthday on the show, Freak 5. I think I mentioned happy birthday to you after everybody else did, but
yeah, I retweeted a happy birthday from somebody.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I think this is a good thing. Like, you know, the bigger the publisher, the worse things get. Look at EA. Look at the shit that Activision is doing with Blizzard. That stupid mobile Diablo game that they got going on. You know, stuff like that. So I think this could be good for Destiny 2. I'm kind of curious, and now I kind of want to play that game. You know, just to see what I'm getting into, and hopefully, you know, there'll be better things ahead for Bungie. They're a solid developer. I mean, they were the guys that did Halo. So
I wonder what they're going to do now.
Yeah, hopefully
are they going to do more Destiny, or are they going to start doing something else?
They're definitely doing Destiny. I mean, that's a money train. Like,
right, but I'd like to see them go back to something like the
marathon
games.
sequel.
Yeah. Like what, Breakman? You were saying
like the Myth games, like
that was something. Something other than a first-person shooter.
Yeah, like those were real-time strategy games, and they did other types of games long ago before Halo.
Yeah, it's probably a reason Activision decided to amicably jettison Bungie. The thing is, I think they were disappointed in the sales of Destiny 2, but if you look at the sales, the sales were strong for Destiny 2. Just not, they were sort of Square Enix.
They just weren't good enough. They wanted all the money, and they weren't getting all the money, so they're like...
It's never good enough for big companies like Activision, man. Like, it's never enough.
And when he's saying like Dungeon Buster's breaking down for me what's going on, and like he's saying Bungie released DLC and then had to reverse fix it and such like that. But that's like every Western game anymore, you know, every major release. Like look how bad Fallout 76 was.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Freak 5's linking a shutdown. Shutdown deal. But it's never going to get to that point, Freak 5, because, like we said, McConnell's never going to bring it to a vote, so who gives a shit? All right.
Yeah, that's one when they talk about impeachment, people, like, the House definitely has enough to impeach him.
Oh, yeah.
There's no problem
Senate,
with that. But the thing is, like, it has to be ratified by the Senate, too. Like, that's what happened with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
He was impeached by the House, but then the Senate... they vetoed it.
I didn't even think
they acquitted him. They acquitted him.
Lying is one thing, but the offenses were... I mean, come on, man. I mean, it was just a dumb deal. This is a completely separate thing. This is actual...
I think him lying to the public is a big thing, but the lies that we get now are just...
This is different. This is definitely different.
This is I don't know what to say when one of the latest lies comes out. What's that with his clip where he's like, when I said that Mexico was going to pay for the wall, I didn't say that.
And
obviously, I didn't mean they were going to write a check or something. Like those were his words. Like what?
Not only his words, but he, in a written response to the Washington Post, he said they will write a check for $5 to $10 million, one-time fee of $5 to $10 million, and they will write a check, which everybody knew that was a bunch of stupid BS.
And his supporters still are like, oh yeah, that's funny or whatever. Haha, he's trolling the media.
Yeah.
Why is that funny? He's lying to us. He is lying to you, his supporter.
Yeah.
And that's funny to you? Well, we know he's lying. So what?
Well, if you know he's lying, get him the fuck out of there, because we need a non-liar.
If you know he's lying, that's not what we need. We need somebody who we know is not lying.
Right.
We need somebody who's going to do a job that's...
I'm calling it right now. If Elizabeth Warren runs, get behind that train, man, because that's the opposite of Trump. I mean, Elizabeth Warren is not perfect, and there'll be times when I criticize Elizabeth Warren, which I have in the past, but she's done a ton of good shit, especially with
the lies too with Trump. Like, if you know he's lying to you and he's telling you what you want to hear, then he's not going to give you what you want to hear. I don't understand.
Yeah, see, I was going to say, I don't know why the base still supports him. He promised a wall. He ain't getting a fucking wall. He promised Mexico was going to pay for it. Now he's saying, I never said Mexico was going to pay for it, even though you can find 15 clips of him saying, who's going to pay for it? And he waits for the crowd to say, Mexico, and it's just not going to happen. It's not happening. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's never going to get to a point where he has to veto anything Freak 5, because the Republicans don't want him to be in that position to be able to veto things, because it would be an impeachable offense, but whatever. AOC in 2028, yeah, I could see that. Why not? She's awesome. Even though they spread bullshit rumors about her, and they spread a fake nude photo of her.
Is she going to be old enough at that point? Because I think you have to be...
Yeah, because she's
49?
She's 29.
I know, but I think you have to be 49 to run for president.
I think it's 35.
There's
35.
35.
It is 35?
Yeah,
okay.
35. So I'd be down with that. Why not have a younger president in office? We had one time, it was, how old? I think it was 45. It was JFK, right? I mean, why not? So... whatever.
That's why I said 2028. He was doing math.
Yeah,
I see now.
Yeah, see?
I get it.
Yeah, not 2024, but 2028, So, and, yeah, why not? So, yeah, in 2024, Elizabeth Warren will start her second. I hope. Either her or Bernie Sanders. I mean, that's what I'm hoping, but whatever. All right, Breakman, you had Sweeto.
I do have a Sweeto. I'm going to put this picture in chat. Over a month ago, I ordered this hoodie for Mrs. Bregman for Christmas, and it finally arrived this week.
Oh, let me take a look at it.
A month ago, over a flipping month, and I finally got it.
It was for her birthday, you said?
Christmas.
Christmas. Ah, okay. Let's. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this stupid thing. That is fucking. I saw this before. This is awesome. Let me put it on the screen for everybody out there. Oh shit. Hold on a second. I'll put it up on the screen. This is really cool.
I can't see it yet, but apparently Dungeon Buster can.
Hold on. I got it. It's coming right here, and boom. That is fan fucking. Is he a horror fan? He's got to be a horror fan if you got that. That is.
I still don't see any.
All right, it's on there, Eric.
Were you not able to see the link I posted?
There's a link in chat you can click on, Eric, or I put it in the thing now.
I can see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, see, the reason it took so long and I didn't know this is because apparently I ordered it from some place in China. So, no, nothing
they
is
shipped
actually...
it by boat, didn't they?
I'd imagine. Like, it was... apparently it's illegal China bullshit.
Yeah, so what? It still looks cool, man.
Yeah, it looks really cool, though. But, yeah, nobody was credited for anything on it. But,
looks like
yeah. I didn't know any of that when I ordered it, but, yeah.
For the people that can't see it, it is a sweater with all kinds of horror icons in it. It's a black sweater with kind of grayish pictures of like Pennywise, the Nun. I see Leatherface on there, Jaws, Jason, Freddy's on there, Alien, Michael Myers, the zombie from Return of the Living Dead, the Tar zombie, Elvira's on there. This is a really, really good looking sweatshirt break, so that's cool. That's really cool. And
I was really pissed like when it wasn't here before Christmas, and I was waiting, and then I, they said give it a week and for us to make it, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then I looked, and shipping from China, I'm like, what the fuck? So, yeah.
What is this? It's a game. Freak 5. It's Good Dog Bad Zombie. Looks like a cooperative game. That's cool. That looks cool. I hope you play it, and it's really cool. But it doesn't hold a candle to this sweater, man. That sweater's fucking sweet, man. That's really cool, man. I think I've seen this before, and it's even got more horror. Right? It's got the clowns, killer clowns from outer space, the old Pennywise. I'm trying to look. Hopefully it has Ash.
Yeah, it's got the old and the new Pennywise, which is the main reason I got. It's because it had both Pennywise on it.
That's really cool. Chucky on there. It looks like Jigsaw. There's all kinds of American Werewolf in London. So that's really cool. It's a shame that it's not a license, but sometimes who gives a shit,
Yeah, I didn't know that when I was buying it.
Yeah. You play as a dog during the zombie apocalypse, Freak 5 says. It looks interesting for sure.
It's kind of like the bootleg DVD set of Genkutsu that I bought accidentally.
Yeah.
I decided to keep it because, I'm not going to bother returning it from Shady either.
Breakman, I'm curious. Why does it say Marvin Lewis is your Sweeto of the Week? Is that old news?
Oh, yeah, that's last week's when he was fired.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I was just like, what is that?
Yeah, he was fired, and
Marvin Lewis is the greatest coach of all time.
Yes. What's that?
The latest I heard was Hugh's been fired too.
Who's been fired? Hugh?
Hugh.
Ah, well, good for you. Because
the big rumors are they're hiring Zach Taylor, I think.
That would be an interesting hire, although I really think you guys should hold out for Eric Bieniemy, man. I tweeted to you.
It's a rumor. We'll find. We'll see. I'm just. I know people have been freaking out about Hugh, but after talking to the dude, and it kind of set on me that if they were gonna hire Hugh, they would have already done it.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
There's no reason for them to wait with Hugh. What they're waiting for is the guy that they want still coaching right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And I hope it's Eric Bieniemy, man. I was kind of hoping that the Broncos would have waited for Eric Bieniemy, but I don't know. This Vic Fangio guy seems okay. He's he's one of those old school, hard-nosed coaches that's never been a head coach. So I'm really curious, But he
was a Bengal here too.
Yeah, I was really hoping
as a player.
I was really, really hoping for Eric Bieniemy, but maybe the next best thing is you guys hire him and. Things could be better.
Oh, I got breaking news. Bloodborne is going to be the bonus game for the Awesome Games Done Quick for 2019.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but that sounds good.
You don't know what Awesome Games Done Quick is?
No, I do not.
It is charity where they play and stream video games and speedrun them.
Ah, okay. And then
Frank's a fossil because he doesn't know what an HEVQ is.
Your face is a falafel, man. That's what you are.
I said fossil.
I know. Marvel's The Punisher Season 2 is coming out. That's going to be obviously really good, man, for sure. Wyland says Halloween Steelbook comes out on Tuesday. It was really sucky, man. I wanted to rent it, and you can't rent it until, like, they have the digital only thing. And this is kind of dumb. Like, why can't you, like rent things the same time you can buy them digitally? I really wanted to watch Halloween again. I saw it once, and I wanted to watch it again, but I don't know if I'm gonna
coming
buy
out
it.
soon.
Yeah, it's coming out Tuesday, and it's really good. It's a good movie. I saw it at the theater, but I don't know. So let's see. What am I looking at here in chat? Nothing.
Then he says then no one would buy it.
Well, maybe they would. You never know. I mean,
they need those first week sales.
Yeah, I guess, man. Whatever. But that Steelbook, I haven't seen the Steelbook, but I'd be interested in the Steelbook of it as long as it was like $20 in 4K, which would probably be like 25, but whatever. All right. My sweeto, guys, I'm really close to getting a platinum trophy in God of War, and I know that's kind of an unusual occurrence. I've only had one other platinum trophy, and it's not even one I really am proud of. It's that 36 Fragments of Midnight, which is like the easiest platinum trophy ever to get. But this God of War trophy, I worked my tail off, man. If I get the platinum in it, you deserve the platinum if you get it in that game. So I'm gonna feel pretty good about that. I don't think it's $20 or in 4K flavor. That sucks, man. That really sucks. That's a shame, because I think you can buy it now for $20 streaming 4K, but it's not the same as getting an actual physical 4K disc. But whatever. And I do like the steelbooks. Like, I got a steelbook of Persona 5. I got a steelbook of what's the other one that I got a steelbook of? I got a few things that are in steelbook form. Oh, Dragon's Crown Pro and something else. And I do like that. But if I'm going to get physical, I like... oh, it is 4K, Wyland says. Ooh, that's good. All right. Let's move on to our free-for-all, everybody. I said I was going to get back to some of the fun things that we talked about on the show before, regarding like the skepticism angle. $30? No way, I'm not paying that. Freak5 says Bernie was probably playing God of War on Frank's account. That's how he's getting them. How dare you, you son of a bitch. That's fucked up, man. The one platinum trophy I'm about ready to get, like legit, and he rains on my parade. How dare you. We're getting back to these type of topics, and last week we mentioned Bigfoot. Guess what we're doing? We're doing Bigfoot this week, guys. And the first question I'm going to ask you, is there a Bigfoot out there? And if so, how do you know? And if not, what is the evidence against it? And I'll start with you, Eric. I'm going to actually start with you.
I'm going to say Frank is Bigfoot.
I'm going to say you're exiled. That's what I'm going to say. You son of a bitch. I have hairy enough feet to play Bigfoot, but not big enough. I'm not the biggest dude in the world. But okay, so Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on Bigfoot, Eric? I mean, we've talked a little bit about Bigfoot on this show before, and I'm going to go over a story that I
think if there was a Bigfoot, it's long dead.
Yeah, Dungeon said there's a Bigfoot out there. He even had his own game called Urban Yeti at AGDQ. Oh man, that's funny as fuck. Exclusive to Best Buy, that's why. Fuck that though, man. $30 for one movie. I could go to the theater and see a movie for that price. Okay, what about you, Break? And then I'm gonna tell like an interesting story that happened to me a while back. But
I believe there are lots and lots of Bigfoot out there.
You do?
Yes. People dressing up as Bigfoot to say they have pictures of Bigfoot.
Yes.
Not really Bigfoot, but close enough.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You know, those blurry images and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
there are tons of people out there doing that shit. Yes.
Yeah. So there's like scant to know.
I mean, I believe that. That's like saying there's probably multiple Jesuses that were then used as historical fiction in the Bible.
Yeah, that's true too. But maybe we'll go over that one day. But As far as Bigfoot goes, no, I'm not a believer in Bigfoot. But here's the thing: like, even if there were a species, and we called it whatever, Bigfootus maximus or whatever, that's just it. It would just be another species. I mean, there wouldn't be any big fascination with it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like us being fascinated if we just discovered that there were whales out there. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to be like all super excited. I mean, it's just another species. We find new species all the time, but the evidence is solidly against it, because at some point, don't you think you would run into some evidence, like real tangible, evidence, like even, I know sounds kind of crude, but like Bigfoot poop, like some type of poop. I mean, that would be the big telltale sign. I mean,
like if they did exist, like back during the earliest prehistoric eras, like I'm gonna say the remains were so degraded they probably dissolved already.
Yeah, well, maybe doubtful, because we found dinosaur fossils. Why couldn't we find a Bigfoot
they were
fossil?
fossilized. That's not like an everyday occurrence.
No, I understand that, but there would be evidence. There would even be bone evidence. Bone lasts a long time.
I guess
man.
it is an everyday occurrence. That's not what I meant.
Yeah. I don't think there's a Bigfoot, but he'll change your mind if you get evidence. But there's been no evidence, and people have searched high and low, man. Like, in order for there to be one Bigfoot, there would have to be a colony of big feet. You know what I mean? And there's no. I mean, there's.
Yeah, because like if there's just one Bigfoot, no, you would have died a long time ago, because you would.
Unless he's immortal.
That's true.
Immortal
Bigfoot's immortal.
Yeah,
Bigfoot's actually a god.
So let me tell you this story, guys. Like, I think I've mentioned it on Grinders before, but if not, it's a good refresher. Yeah, I used to be a cable guy, right? And I used to go into different people's houses.
Yeah, Bigfoot came from the Bible.
So I used to go into people's houses and install cable and, service cable and make sure everything was good and all this. So I went to install cable at this guy's house, and I was installing an outlet, and, I was just out there doing my work. It was a nice sunny day, and this guy was kind of looking to see what I was doing, make sure it looked good and all that. And, I don't know how we got into it. We started getting into, like, aliens and how, people believe aliens exist and all this. And we were laughing, having a good old time about how aliens didn't exist and these people were dumb and blah blah blah. And I was like, and in jest I kind of said, it's kind of like the people that believe in Bigfoot. And then he just stopped, like, laughing all of a sudden with this serious look on his face, and he looked at me and he says, "Oh no, my friend, Bigfoot is real." And he was dead serious. And I was like, man, oh man, way to go from, having a good old time to ruining a guy's days, man. It was crazy. But I'm trying to read chat here. He says, let's see, Bigfoot hunters should be using drones to search for. They have used drones, and there's been no evidence of it. Freak 5.
Yeah, they're back long ago. There have been, like, legitimate scientific explorations for Bigfoot. There were.
Yeah.
They found nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This isn't the deep trenches of the ocean, places that aren't really explorable. These aren't hard to reach places. We're talking about the backwoods of Kentucky.
Yeah, or like Oregon, or a place like that.
I think the latest findings were North Carolina.
Yeah,
so,
they have them in Colorado. They have Bigfoot sightings in Colorado. I mean, it's anywhere that there are woods, basically, because the woods are kind of a scary place. But Dungeon's like, "Oh no, my friend." That's exactly what he said, Dungeon. I kid you not. He looked at me straight in my eye, and he's like, "Oh no, my friend, Bigfoot is real." So yeah, Freak Vice.
Okay, the story from North Carolina, I just looked. It was actually, there's a statue in somebody's yard, and, like, apparently they were tons of calls to police and stuff
about Bigfoot. Man, that's good.
Yes.
Let's see.
Multiple reports of Bigfoot with glowing red eyes in North Carolina town of Mocksville.
Oh boy.
Davie County Animal Services that the creature been standing in the forested area, and an 8-foot wooden statue of a Bigfoot it is an 8-foot wooden statue of a Bigfoot and not the real thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they see a statue and they call.
Yeah. Freak5 says, I do believe that aliens exist. I just don't think they are currently or in the recent past visited Earth. I think they could have been here before humans existed and left because there was nothing of interest to them here. I actually think the opposite.
Or it's entirely possible we're at the beginning of time and humans are the first life
I
forms
agree. That I could get behind. Like, we are the pinnacle of evolution, and you know, there are aliens out there, but they're completely different than anything we've ever.
Yeah, they're called like microbacteria.
Yeah, microbacteria or things like that. Something not sexy. Something not, you know, like a little.
Something not humanoid or sapient.
Yeah, definitely not humanoid. No, you know, hands and legs and, you know, things of that nature. No fucking way. I'm a little skeptical, but the only thing that leaves the possibility of aliens being a possibility is the vastness of space. Like, there's
I don't know how we changed from Bigfoot to aliens.
Well, it's because I started the anecdote
Bigfoot's
with,
an alien,
with aliens.
that's how.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Taking it all the way back. You know, if aliens ever visited this planet, like, they would consider us to be, I don't know, like
primitive.
Ants.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'd be beyond primitive to them. The technology it takes to be able to travel through space, yeah, and to live and just
the reason that no aliens have visited this planet is because we're just too goddamn far to even want to bother coming here.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, but I mean, like, there are plans to go to Mars in like the next 10 years and such, but I mean, like, true space travel where it's a common thing. We're hundreds of years away from space.
Oh yeah, we're nowhere.
Or there are other alien life elsewhere at the fringes of the universe where it's currently expanded to, and they're the same level of technology we are, and they just can't get anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. That could be another.
There's so many stars and
same level or worse.
So many galaxies out there that I bet there are different species of different evolutions.
The odds would say that.
I bet there are space-faring aliens out there.
In the universe is like any sapient life that exists in the universe currently probably is a prisoner of their own universe.
Yeah.
But outer space is so big that our chances of running into even like another species, like going somewhere, they're just so small because people. The universe is ever expanding, and it's bigger than anybody can really imagine.
Yeah, I agree with you, Break. Like, I'm of the same mindset. Like, the chances are very slim that there isn't life out there. It's just not the type of life that we would associate with the aliens, like on the spaceships and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean, we've only found so many planets that could support the kind of life we have.
Yeah.
But I guarantee there are countless planets out there that are.
Yes.
That can support life and different types of life.
Yeah.
And I mean,
living there.
there are planets where nothing's living. There's tons of that. Yeah. But I'm saying the universe it's the most vast thing in existence.
Yeah,
right?
you know, and it's the funny thing, if there was intelligent, to bring it back to Bigfoot here, if there was intelligent life out there...
Bigfoot went home, he found none here.
No.
He radioed back like, I gotta get this shit off
Freak
of
5
here.
says,
Man,
if we...
this planet sucks.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of dumb lizards.
Yeah.
There are people literally on television looking for me. I have got to get off of this planet.
No, Freak 5 says if we encounter intelligent life, it would be on a ship so fucking large we won't miss it because it would be a one-way trip for them. I agree, but here's the thing, to bring it back to Bigfoot, guys. Like, you know, I don't believe that aliens have visited us, because if they did, they would come to our world here, Earth, and they would study us, and they would say, you know what, these guys believe Bigfoot exist. Why would we even bother with this race? You know what I'm saying?
There's a book called Mostly Harmless, and it's talking about Earth.
Yeah.
See, I can see like a vast, intelligent, scientific type race like studying us, But if they're that intelligent, we would never know.
Yeah,
you know?
with anal probes and everything, and they
I
don't...
didn't mean with anal probes. I meant like watching us from
Galaxy
like, far.
level microscope.
No, what I'm saying is like I mean, there's a reason.
Magnifying
Like
glasses.
I always found that curious that, like, you know, of all the people on Earth that the aliens mess with anal probes with, it's people from, like, you know, the backwoods of Kentucky or you know, backwoods of wherever. You know, it's never
because they're smart. You don't get it, man. Nobody's gonna believe somebody in the backwoods of Kentucky. That's why they do it.
Yeah, there you go.
See, the aliens.
I get it. I totally get it, I guess. But whatever. All right, man. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Nonsense, which it has been pretty much nonsense this week. I'm losing my voice. Holy shit.
Yeah, I could talk about aliens for a long time.
Yeah, we should. We
just
should.
so much. Because it's just, it's letting your imagination run wild for the most part.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's why with Star Trek and Star Wars stuff like that, it's like, you know, this universe is so vast that there could be in existence like a world like Star Wars, you know, galaxies like that.
Yeah, I doubtful, but yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I'm not saying there are. I'm just saying it's
well, the secret of biker chick babe or whatever.
Oh my god!
Involve aliens then?
Oh, I hope it has to do with
a real world.
Oh man, biker warrior babe versus zombies babies.
No,
from
all
hell.
of our television shows are actually based on real worlds.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. It's just the aliens controlling what we see, man. That's funny as hell.
Exactly.
All right, we'll have some more hijinks next week for sure. But let's see. Let's do our plugs. Breakman, plug away.
You can follow me at break_man and at what was the other one? Oh, RPGrinders.
How dare you forget the show, man. All right. Is that it, Blake?
I think. Do I have any more Twitter accounts?
I don't think you do.
Do I need to make one to troll somebody or something?
Make an alien one. That'd be cool.
Make an account to troll Trump.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there's plenty of people that do that. There are a lot of those. Yeah, there's too many of those. All right, Eric, plug away.
Instead of plugging my usual, I'm gonna plug Dragon Ball Super Broly being out next week.
Oh
yeah, I almost forgot about that. I need to get a ticket.
That's cool.
Go to the Dragon Ball Super website or Funimation website, and then the portal to there, and you can type in your zip code, and they'll show you the closest theater to you.
Dragon Balls. Yeah, Dragon Balls Brosy or Brony or whatever the fuck it is, man.
I can see it on the 16th. Other people will be able to see it on the 19th.
All right. Anything else, Eric?
My Twitter handle is @EricRPG, and you can look at my profile and do stuff.
Yeah.
Either just follow me on Twitter, or you could support me on Patreon because I write reviews.
Yeah, Eric RPG or Eric Kelly on Patreon. And we usually have a link in the description. There's a link at the bottom of the format that we produce every week with that link in there, Eric. All right. I want to thank all the chatters. Let's see. We had Active Energy is in there. Freak 5, good friend Freak 5. Chaos, Cogwhistle was in there. I love that name. That's awesome. Commander Root, host giveaway. So hopefully they can give away some stuff. That'd be cool. A good friend Wyland is in there. Polizai was in there. Positivity Bot, Dungeon Buster, good friend Dungeon Buster is in there. Slagar was in there earlier, I know. Skinny Seahorse was in there, and Slow Cool. So thanks everybody in chat for joining in. That was awesome of you to take part in today's show. Thanks to all the archivers. I don't thank the archivers quite enough, but thank you if you're listening out there, wherever you are. And there's people all over the world. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Make sure, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @FrankBranches. And a good thing to do would be to go to YouTube and subscribe to the show. I mean, it's super easy. Just hit the... we have a cowbell request in chat there, Freak 5, or Break, but from Freak 5. So I don't know if you want to get that going. Let's see. RPGrinders on all platforms if you want to add me to your gaming universe, whether it's Nintendo or Sony. I'm mostly on the PlayStation, but I do have an account on the Xbox and the Switch, so there you go. Let's see. Oh, and also check out Biker Warrior Babe versus Zombie Babies from Hell. It's streaming, I believe. I don't know if it's the Roku channel or Tubi TV or one of the free services. I took a flyer on it, and it's something. All right, so there you go.
Sorry, I had to go get it.
Oh, there's the cowbell. I would play that Marvin clip again, but I don't have it available right now. But anyways, thanks everybody for joining this week. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see everyone back next week. Until then, we are out. We made it with no interruptions during the outro.
I know, that's a shock.
Are you impressed there, Brickman? That's
yes, I'm very impressed. I can't believe we all control ourselves.
I know. I wanted to say something too about cowbell, but I didn't. Hey, everybody in chat, it was a lot of fun today. Really appreciate it. Next week, if you guys have any topics you want us to talk about alongside the skepticism stuff, like aliens and stuff like that, it's always a fun time to talk about bullshit, basically, because a lot of it is bullshit. But you know, we like talking about that type of stuff. Last week we did conspiracy theories.
Wait, so this, I mean, Chaos, Freak 5, Chaos, Freak, whatever, shit's gold.
Time to get an offering.
No, he's saying he's going to go pee.
Yeah, yeah, that's what he said.
All
right.
At least that's what I thought he meant. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe he does shit gold.
Yeah, maybe, man. That'd be cool.
In which case, I want to come over his house.
Oh, God. You want to grab his shit out of his ass. Yeah. There you go.
Come over with a fish net, like a little aquarium, like...
Yeah, Freak secretly a Lannister dungeon says. All right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Well, if it's gold, you might just be dehydrated.
All right,
your piss should be clear.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Unless it's mine. Like, I smoke too much weed to have clear piss. But you know what I'm saying.
It's all green.
All right, guys in chat. Thank you so much. Later, guys. Bye.